Thank you for joining us. At the close of trading session on Thursday, the Nigerian Exchange Limited All-Share Index and its equities market capitalization increased further from 51,178.41 points and 27.87 trillion naira. The year-to-date return settled at 0.46%. Now, the stock market has advanced by 239.92 basis points since the start of the year. Take a look at the month to date. The market has decreased by 5.3%, while week to date it has decreased by 1.04%. In about 4,309 deals yesterday, investors exchanged 600.7 million shares, which was valued at 5.05 billion. At the end of Thursday's trades. Shares of Transcorp Assets Corporation, UBA, Fidelity Bank, and Zenith Bank were most traded on Thursday rather. Well, top 5 gainers, take a look at that quickly. And if you look at Assets Corp, Transcorp Hot is there, Transcorp also, Fidelity, Eternal Oil, and flip to the others. I beg your pardon now. Those are the top 5 gainers. And if you look at the top 5 decliners, look at Champions, Jay's Bank, Coaches, Caverton, and Eternal Oil among the top 5 losers for the day. Well, I'm Bruce Omodian, Chief Research Officer, Investor Consulting, joins us now. Thank you for joining us. Good morning. It's holiday. The market has gone to bed today, but 3 powerful trading section in the week. So can we say the bull is finally back, and perhaps the market has gotten to that stretch level before picking up?
Yeah, actually, if you remember our opening discussion on this market this week, I told you that market has suffered losses to a level that will become attractive for investors, especially after the markdowns of those blue chip companies coming in now low, and that price become attractive. Also, coupled with that, most companies have their payment dates this period. That will provide liquidity for the market.
Right.
The positive sentiments and the momentum will solve for 3 days, as you said. For me, it's an encouraging. I say that I always say that investors should not panic. You remember that is my statement, that don't panic, but invest with knowledge and information. And we have seen now that these earnings that are coming is what I believe that we're going to shape the market, because after earnings, there's no other thing. All eyes will be on what? On the day of exchange of power. Now, I believe that these earnings will give investors an idea what they should expect in this financial year, especially despite the missed outlook for the economy generally till the end of the year. Right. If a company started on a good footing for the first quarter of the year, and also look at the sector where the company is operating, that will give you an idea what you will expect from that sector. And also, we are benchmarking this company performance with the current inflation rate to see if the company performance will beat that inflation rate. This is what also regard the investor. And it's a good news that I will say that the Q1 numbers that are hit the market so far have been impressive. I like to put that way, because we're not seeing more, but about 5 of them have been in the market. They are, apart from the Transcorp Hotel, and I was surprised that it's among the top gainers yesterday. The result came in the market, and it was a missed performance, but still it was, whether it's a rally, it's a kind of leveraging on the rally Transcorp Corporation is doing. That's why it went up with almost 10%. I don't know, but in terms of number that was released yesterday, I would say that number for me is not too attractive to support that movement. Another good thing again is that as liquidity is coming back gradually, and earnings are coming, we saw the pending 2022 results that are coming from the quoted companies, especially one that hit the market. That was late yesterday from Access. Day before yesterday, Access Corp that declared ₦1 tactical dividend for investor. You see, Access in their interim dividend, they read the number and they pay below tactical they did the previous year. Market was not happy with that, and on that you can see that for a while, Access have been going up and down, waiting for direction. But immediately they saw the number that came from Access, that the numbers are not too bad. If you look at the performance of Access, the first bank in Nigeria to post 1.3 trillion in gross earnings. That's what they say, wow. And but the bottom line remains something a bit flat for us. But that payout of ₦1 30 kobo against the final they paid 70 kobo in 2022, that was watching the face of Access. That Access was among the first, the top gainers of 10% flat yesterday. For me, it's a good one for investors in Access. But this is also a clue where Access is going. Access admitted that our expansion is not in vain, despite that the debt crisis in Ghana affected their performance in the number. But still, there's hope for Access, because the more they are expanding, and also they are able to come together and consolidate their expansion. Now, for me, assets should slow down in terms of acquisition. Let them consolidate the acquisition and start giving investor value.
We're going to do that extensively later in the day, but let's quickly look at the market is gone on break today, and of course on Monday as well. And so give us the outlook by the time
outlook for
I mean outlook for next week. No, for next week.
We have discussion of next week.
Yeah, for next week. We need to look at next week. Yeah, it's gone to bed. So and the market closed positive ahead of the salary break, right? And so investors will be prospecting perhaps what is going to happen by the time the market resumes next week from Tuesday. What are we likely to have? What news are we likely to have in the market with regards to earnings, with regards to perhaps maybe as a result
on that note? I think I agree on that note, because already
so that we can wrap up.
Today is already 21st.
Yes. 21st. Yes.
I mean, next week will be the last week for us to know, for companies to release their first quarter, and the strength of that first quarter will determine where the market will go. But on the strength of what we have seen, you see the market kind of riding around for Transcorp. That trend will continue by next week.
Right.
Also, that next week is also Transcorp AGM. At the same time, this assets result that came was so fantastic. Also, all eyes on Fidelity and Sterling Bank, and also FBN Holding. If this number hit the market next week, this trend we have seen, like you just said, straight 3 days of good momentum that is building, market is recovering. I expect that recovery will continue next week and toward the end of the month.
Okay. Yeah. For those of you who want to listen more to this, Ambrose Omodion will be here by 4:30 on Analyst Hangout, where we'll do extensive analysis of this. Thank you so much, Ambrose Omodion, for coming on the program.
Thanks for
I appreciate your time.
Yeah,
all right, still to come after the break, the International Monetary Fund retains Nigeria's economic outlook at 3.2% this year, while global economic growth will slow by 0.2 percentage point next year to 3% over inflation. Of course, as inflation is expected to continue to decelerate. Well, that's our next talking point when we return from this break. Please stay with us. We're back in a moment.